Let's roll. Straight dope, no bullshit. Very intimate setting. It's just you and me and 100,000 of our friends tonight here at AT&T Stadium. Dallas Cowboys playing host to the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks come in reeling a bit, both on the scoreboard where they've lost their last two, and with some injury issues that I think will greatly affect the impact of this game. Yes, there will be revisionist history. We look at this as a 5-game gauntlet, starting with Seattle. If the Cowboys win this game handily, and the numbers say they very well might, the Cowboy critics will say, see, because Seattle will be 6-6 if that happens. See, the Cowboys still haven't played anybody yet. I'm going to say it the same way I've said it for 34 years. If I'm 8-3, if the Cowboys win tonight, they're 9-3. They'll have the second best record in the NFL. And regarding they haven't played anybody thing, they will be the somebody that the other teams don't want to play. Only the Eagles will have a better record than the Cowboys if things go right for Dallas here tonight. By the way, I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. I've got Bree Amaranthus hanging out here. I've got Corbin K. Smith, who covers the Seahawks for us, and he's in the building. I got Tony Fisher, and I got Jim Laws, and I've got 67,000 of you getting ready for the game tonight. Let's do inactives first of all, and then we'll get to some of your comments, your questions, and your criticisms as we take you through the night. By the way, IndyCar Tim is on board at cowboyssi.com, where he's going to walk you through a live blog. So if you want to experience this game with one of the best in the business, go to cowboyssi.com and just hang out there with us. Lonely Cat Man, my biggest worry in this game is injuries, meaning you'll come away with one. Oh, yeah, the Seahawks play physically. Even their wide receiver, DK Metcalf, is physical. So, yes, you will get knocked around a little bit tonight, but don't forget, you'll have a little extra time to heal from it. This is you pay the price of Thanksgiving, and then you get your reward after this one. Inactives: Brooks, Deuce, Noah Iggy, Eric Scott, Awesome, and then, of course, the third quarterback, Trey Lance. And if one of you says, I hope it's a blowout tonight so Trey Lance can go in, you are fired. Don't be a skip and expose your ignorance on how football works. Please don't do that. Thank you last night to the very entertaining Juan. It gave 67,000 of us a chance to put the word Juan to music. And I can't believe I was a slappy last night in addition to Juan, because I forgot to sing One Bad Apple, Don't Spoil the Whole Bunch, Girl. Give it one more chance before you give up on love. Here we go, says Jim Laws and Tony Fisher. And we're gonna hear that cadence tonight. Dak Prescott, by the way, item ding, is NFC Offensive Player of the Week, and Deron Bland is NFC Defensive Player of the Week. That's the second time that's ever, second time it's ever happened. That's a pretty good month. Item ding. The Cowboys roster move today is not for the legend of Peyton Hendershot as an extra tight end. Not ready to go yet. Surely ready to go because the window's about ready to close. He'll be activated next week for the Eagles. It's Princeton Fant. It's Princeton Fant, sir. And you probably know his cousin, Noah Fant, who used to play for the Broncos. Now he plays for the Seahawks. So cousins and cousins hanging out tonight. Princeton Fant, and you remember him from training camp. Tight end from Tennessee. 6'1", 236. The definition of an undersized tight end. But he did show a propensity for being able to catch the ball in training camp. He's an extra tight end tonight. 13 straight wins at home. That is the hottest streak in the NFL. And here's another home number item. I mentioned this morning. I think this is significant as the Cowboys are inching toward being like a 10-point favorite. Because, obviously, largely because bettors are saying, really? Cowboys are only by 7? Give me some of that. So the line moved up. Cowboys scoring at home, 41 points a game. Seahawks scoring on the road, 18.5 points per game. That immovable object and that irresistible force. No, that ain't that. It doesn't add up. Item, sidebar, and we talk about uh, things that go on in this sport, things that go on in this world that are sad. Um, Jim Laws, you mentioned it the other night, and I did not mean to be dismissive of your thoughts, but it's Fox Sports One's Craig Carton following in the footsteps of Skip Bayless, who did the Dak thing this week, saying that Dak having a baby is a mistake, a distraction, and that Miss Ramos is probably a gold digger. And many people have come to me because we did write, and Jim Laws, thank you for the heads up. We did write about it on CowboysSI.com and obviously destroyed him. Many people respond by saying, why don't they fire him? And I'm sad to tell you, given the state of Fox Sports One, fire him, they'll probably give him a raise. Item. Von Miller has turned himself in. Von Miller accused of domestic violence against his longtime girlfriend. The Bills are off this week, so he's home in Dallas. He does have a home here. He's from the DFW area, DeSoto, actually. He has turned himself into police in DeSoto, jailed briefly, $5,000 bond. The specific charge against Von Miller is assault of a pregnant person. That's right. His longtime girlfriend is allegedly pregnant. The Bills have commented, we are investigating. Von Miller, obviously, with a sterling reputation in the NFL as being fan-friendly and team leader and, all kinds of fun stuff. This ain't fun stuff. In Texas, a third-degree felony can result, if you're found guilty, in at least a minimum of 2 years in prison and a maximum of 10 years in prison. Now, we know the way the system of jurisprudence works in this country. The chances of a wealthy person having that happen to him are lessened by virtue of his wealth. But $5,000 bond tonight, and like I say, sad. No matter what the exact details are, no matter what the truth is, and it'll come out, sad. Captains tonight for the game: Steele, Hankins, and Goldston. And I don't know, we don't always know what Mike McCarthy's motives are when he picks his weekly captains. But given the fact that last time we saw Hankins, he is a run-stopping defensive tackle, veteran, long time, who got 2 sacks, that'd be a good reason to go ahead and reward him with the captaincy for tonight's game. Kenneth Easley, unclear, hasn't been said a lot, but if Dallas wins tonight and Philly loses Sunday, it's for the division lead. The NFL puts its little X's and little O's on the standings, and they usually, by about now, do a really good job of giving us like official what happens if. Let's let this happen first, Kenneth. And you know what? I'll tell Bree to go do the research on them. She's sitting right here. Record wise, it adds up, right? And then of course you go to the next division, to the next tiebreaker, the next tiebreaker, and that's all in play. AMD, you're not the first person that said that to me today when I reported in our story that in Texas it's a felony assault of a pregnant person, and you're not the first person to make fun of me, but that's the exact way the statute reads. So that's the exact way Mike Fisher reports it. See how we do that? John Fulton, no Brooks tonight. What's your thoughts on that? Where do you want him, John? I mean, and John, I appreciate your thoughts. It's a progress stopper. Who's stopping his progress? They're trying to win the game. Let's worry about, we can worry about progress, and I think he's made progress. Let's worry about progress at training camp. This is, I got to have all hands on deck to win the game. I'm not trying to develop anybody tonight, just trying to win the game. Ram Garcia, Uncle Fish Freeman, the chances of Dallas winning are 100 to 1. Uh-oh. Here we go. Again, I hope I've explained the pregnant person. Okay. I know that some of you are used to media that just dabbles in facts. It's not how we do it here. You should know that by now. CeeDee Lamb item has or in the last 6 games, 100 yards or a touchdown. If you're a fantasy guy, CeeDee Lamb might be your guy. Only Catman. I remember when we were kind of in the running for Von Miller, and I had a couple of you contact me today and say, did we kind of dodge a bullet there? The CeeDee Lamb numbers seem like a pretty good bet. I'm trying to get to a bunch of your comments and whatnot. Will Deuce play? And as I said, he's inactive. So that would mean no. Deuce Vaughn will not play. And AMD, I know. We're just busting each other's chops here. Mark 27, tiebreakers for within the division. So if the Cowboys do somehow end up with the same record as the Eagles, and Cowboys would have to continue winning, including obviously get the Eagles to make this a real serious conversation. First one is head-to-head, and they would be 1-1 head-to-head. Second one is division record. They would both be sitting there with the same division record, theoretically. Cowboys, of course, would be beating Washington in that scenario in the final week of the season. Only Catman, Von Miller is from Texas, and as I said, that's why he's from DeSoto, and that's why he has a home here. He lives here in the offseason, among other places. Head-to-head, division record, and then common opponents. So somebody can go do the math on that, on common opponents. Mark 27, I vote for you. And finally, yes, fill in the blank. Juan can be the loneliest number, but tonight for the Seahawks, the loneliest number is going to be 10. Fish prediction for Thursday night football. First of all, Al Michaels will show some excitement. That's my one prediction. And my number 2 prediction is Cowboys 30, Seahawks 10. Come get us at cowboyssi.com. I believe that with today left for you to get on, and be good. I believe we have 11 million readers to our Cowboys, NFL, and DallasBasketball.com Mavericks coverage. 11 million of you. So go do it again tonight, will you? CowboysSI.com. Fish out.